had 1 or 2 caps.
Far away, Africa, other parts of Africa. Here, just and I believe that it's going to be a great game. The mayor of London himself is also going to be there because don't forget that he already has a planned visit to Accra and Abuja. So it fits into. And there are other persons who have engaged with us who have expressed interest in investing in our sports. And we have scheduled meetings with them. We have already started. We had a few today, and we will continue tomorrow, and then have the final one possibly on the 3rd of June. And it means that a lot is going to be happening in our sporting ecosystem, especially for football.
All right, so the encouraging words from the Honorable Minister. He believes that this will be setting the tone for bigger things to come, especially as we have a couple of matches to go to ensure qualification for USA, Canada, and Mexico, talking about the World Cup, the upcoming World Cup. So let's see what the Sports Writers Association of Ghana President Mr. Kwabena Yeboah, he's had a lot of experience. He's been with the team throughout, and his presence there has also formed some form of alliance and encouragement. Let's see what he had to tell the players ahead of this big game.
Enthusiasm, a lot of passion, a lot of adrenaline. The major concern is the fact that quite a number of the regulars, the starters, are not in the team. So the likes of Sedenu not in the team, Salisu, Naki, and all the regulars. It gives, in my opinion, an opportunity for the younger players to showcase what they have. So I think that if you look at it from that perspective, you see a lot of positivity. But if you're looking at pure results, then you may be disappointed that quite a number of the regulars in Nigeria could take advantage of that. Because so far as Ghana and Nigeria are concerned, it's not a question of just a friendly game. A lot of bragging rights at stake. And Nigeria has always been the nemesis of Ghana, and the rivalry has been so intense over the decades. So I do not think that many Ghanaians would be very, very excited about the fact that the team is so depleted. But this is a friendly game, it's a unity cup, and I like to look at this from a positive perspective. The fact that the cup is half full rather than half empty. So it's a wonderful opportunity for some of the youngsters to really, really showcase what they have. This may be the beginning of greater things to come from a number of the guys who have the opportunity to play today. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see what happens at the end of 90 minutes.
Thank you very much.
It's encouraging to see the SWAT president there with the team in London. We already made you aware of the fact that the minister is also there ready and waiting. The Nigerians have arrived at the stadium in their numbers and in their jerseys, but so have the Ghanaians as well. We understand that after yesterday's game, it was imperative that Ghanaians and Nigerians showed up at Brentford to also show their love, their support for their national teams. And so we'll be seeing the green and white flamboyant colors of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We will also be seeing the red, gold, and green with the black star of the senior national team, the Black Stars. One thing I like about these two countries is that anywhere and everywhere they play matches, friendly or otherwise, their patriotic fans will follow the team to give them the support that they need. And so definitely we will see a lot of them there. The GTech Community Stadium is the venue. We are just about getting ready to get into the hostilities itself. The Nigerians will be coming out. The Ghanaians will be coming out. And once again, we would like to doff our hats for those who have made this possible. Medimafo Herbal Clinic, Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic, Jaga 4 Bitters, Givers Co and P Capsules, Niche Chocolate Drink, Max by Techno, and a Lucky Win. Gentlemen, just before we go onto the field for the hostility to begin, for the game to begin, Coach Reggie, what are you looking forward to in the first half?
No pressure.
good football from Ghana.
Exactly.
Confidence high.
Yeah.
And then we are there to prove a point.
Okay. And Coach Richard?
Same goes with me.
Sure.
With, this thing, take it easy. There is nothing too bad in the first half. Let's observe them. And if I'm like the coach, I'll say let's observe what the Ghanaians are coming to throw at us. And then take it from there slowly. And then we gradually build into the game. So I expect it to be a very cagey first half, whereby everybody want to outwit each other.
Sure.
Like they normally do from the beginning of the blast of the whistle. So it's going to be a good game. So let's see how it goes. The first 10-15 minutes will determine the outcome of the match.
You're thinking of making a prediction at the end of the first half?
I will make prediction after the first 15.
هل تعلم أنه يمكنك التداول دون أي مخاطرة أو الحاجة إلى ميزانية كبيرة؟ كل هذا ممكن مع إكسبرت.
I see. Okay. So, at least because this is not the stable team, I agree where Coach Reggie is coming from. There won't be too much pressure. Although we also know behind the back of our minds that, Charlie, when it comes to Ghana and Nigeria, let's get the job done, you know, and then let's move on. Again, from the home-based players' perspective, is an opportunity to perform well. It opens a few doors. Won't that rather give the home players, especially, the pressure?
I don't think so.
Because, Charlie, me bomb me home one day, you be home.
You be home. If it goes well.
If it goes well.
And there are good days and bad days in football.
In football, that's true.
So anything happens.
That's true.
Yeah. So let's hope they get a good day at the end of the match.
Good day is what we're all expecting. A good time for the players. 90 minutes of action. It nearly went to the penalty shootout yesterday when TNT played against Jamaica. Of course, Ghanaians believe that, Charlie, Nigeria won Wule Basa. The Nigerians also believe that, Oga, this be opportunity to beat Ghana now. So let's see what will happen. Coach Richard, have you had dinner? I want to provide you with some Ghanaian jollof.
Oh, I'm used to the Ghanaian jollof.
So you agree that Ghanaian jollof is the best?
You know, I won't agree.
Hey,
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming.
All right. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'll give you facts.
You hold your horses.
Yeah,
I'll come for the facts. But ladies and gentlemen, let's now join the live feed in London, Brentford, as Ghana faces Nigeria. It's the Black Stars taking on the Super Eagles. We'll join you again at halftime.
Jamaica beating Trinidad and Tobago. These two nations here playing to be in the final on this pitch on Saturday evening. Very much each other's main rival on the international stage. Africa's two most successful teams on the international stage too. Now ahead of the action here tonight, we will have the two national anthems. vast majority of those involved. This game comes at the end of a domestic season. To some extent that's reflected in the squads. Plenty of good talent on show still, and a few new names to have a look at. A few debutants from the start and more to follow from the bench. Even without a fair few regulars at the back and up top, there's still plenty of proven quality for Nigeria, with Wilfred Ndidi and Samuel Chukwueze starting, while Brentford's Frank Onyeka returns to his parents' club pitch, having been on loan in Germany. 3 debuts from the start here: Papa Daniel, Igo Ogbu and Sidiku Alimi of Remo Stars, who are the newly crowned Nigerian champions, and they are well represented in this squad picked by coach Eric Schell. The Ghanaian 11 looks a little lighter on experience. 19-year-old Aaron Essel and 20-year-old Christopher Barbonsu both make their senior debuts. What an occasion for them. At the other end of the spectrum, captain Jordan Ayew plays for the 112th time for the Black Stars. All 4 of the players called up from Ghanaian domestic football start tonight, including the goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. Otto Addo on the right of your picture there. Addo on the right of your picture there. His second spell in charge. Stuart Atwell is meeting 2 players who know this pitch very well. Wilfred Ndidi on the right, Jordan Ayew on the left, Premier League regulars. Otto Addo's opposite number, the still new Nigerian coach Eric Schell. Nothing new about Jordan Ayew. So experienced, only his brother Andre has more international caps and has been playing for a little longer, to be fair. Salis Abdul Samid, cheerleader in chief down there. A lot of these Nigerian players still trying to impress the new coach, and a few of them there's Eric Schell, only appointed in January. He is the new coach they're trying to impress. They got 4 points from 6 in the 2 World Cup qualifiers in March, the first games in charge for him. They would have won both but for conceding right at the end of their match against Zimbabwe. All 3 goals in those 2 games were scored by Victor Osimhen. He's one of a few headline absentees here, but a real chance for others to shine. Or should I say soar for the Super Eagles. Here we go, and we hope for entertainment between Nigeria and Ghana on the same level as last night's opening Unity Cup match. Jamaica 2 goals up against Trinidad and Tobago, pegged back to 2-2, and then victorious by a late penalty, 4 minutes into stoppage time. Usually, you'd think that might be a pretty tough act to follow, but let's see, these 2 are pretty fierce rivals. Might not be all that much unity out there tonight. 90 minutes stoppage time and a penalty shootout if required. Desset immediately looking at the run in behind, the big Nigerian number 9 in for a rare start tonight. They're missing a couple of forward options, so he's got a chance to add to his international goal tally. Forward into Opoku, his attempted layoff. Didn't quite work for Barbonsu, the new debutant, and suddenly there is room here. Advantage played by referee Stuart Atwell. Dessert in the middle was the target, but it is cut out by the 19-year-old debutant, Aaron Essel. Alimi released down the left. And even with his keeper diving at his feet, Essel couldn't be certain. Good decision from the teenage debutant. They've taken it quickly of Nigeria. Just in the nick of time, it comes back here to Sadiq Ismaila and Nwabali in the Nigerian goal here. Stanley Nwabali, who plays in South Africa, 20th cap for him tonight. Semi Ajayi back in the fold. Most experienced of their defenders in this lineup, Semi Ajayi for sure. Good job he's back in the fold, given the inexperience of those around him. Here's Wilfred Ndidi. 63rd cap for the Super Eagles skipper tonight. Gideon Mensah playing it cool. Senior man at the back, Semi Ajayi, there, 42nd cap for him. Gideon Mensah there, yo-yoing with Auxerre in the top couple of divisions of French football for a while now. Respectable mid-table this season, stayed up. And he'll have his coach right in his ear throughout this first half. He'll probably be looking forward to the second. Captain Ayew to take the Ghana free kick, looking at the far side, and now here is Barbonsu. Barbonsu looking for a free kick. He's got up again, he's got the ball at his feet, in towards Ayew. It's an important intervention from Ajayi. They want an offside flag, it hasn't come, and anywhere will do, as it's thumped clear. Oh, mistake at the back from Simpson. Dessert, was he fouled? Well, apparently not. The Nigerian fans behind that goal thought so. Real scare for young Razak Simpson. Dessert is asking the question. Simpson's mistake originally here, and then after he slipped. Well, yes, it was an accident, the slip, but it's still upended Cyril Dessert. Meanwhile, at the other end, bit of a scramble in the Nigerian box. What a lively first 5 minutes. Feels like last night all over again. Looks like Stuart Atwell is going to have to go some to keep up with the pace of play here. Essel. No mucking about from him. Possession gifted away again, though. And again. With a quick tempo, seeing a lot of possession turned over here. Looks like Salis Abdul Samid has got a problem here. Injured for plenty of the season just gone. He was promoted with Sunderland to the Premier League on loan from Lens. He seems okay, no treatment required, and back we go. Ajayi. Into Ndidi. Bali under some pressure. There's Sadiq Ismaila, still playing at right back. One of the Remo Stars players, just a second cap for him. Strong from Simpson, and he's earned the free kick too. It was more composed. Mensah away from Onyeka. Mahmoudou coming forward from right back, and he's continuing his run too. Not used by it. Ghanaian fans wanted a shot. But, it's 3 players who've lost their footing already here on a warm evening. Ambrosius back to Benjamin Asare, who took a little bit of a chance there with Chukwueze breathing down his neck. Very confidently done. Brave boy to do that in front of the Nigeria fans. And another Ghanaian free kick. They're getting on with it, but I think the ball was still moving. There's Papa Daniel of the Niger Tornadoes. Scored 4 times in the season just gone, including in the win against the champions, the Remo Stars, who are well represented out there. Just won their first Nigerian Premier League title, the Remo Stars. Ayew curling it in behind there for Opoku, and that was the intention anyway. Here's Sonia Maichi. A lot of quick turnovers, a lot of niggly fouls. Almost too high pace for its own good, this one, but a lively watch already. SL to Ambrosius, and now Mahmoudou looking long. That's a great take from Chukwueze, releasing Cyril Dessert. That had to be well timed, and wasn't it just? Aaron Essel, superb. What a busy start to his international career he's had. A real standout player in the under-20 group, the under-20 AFCON in Egypt. And the 19-year-old has had plenty to do in the opening 9 minutes here. It looks like he's going to have his work cut out. Here's the man who picked him. Otto Addo, the first Ghanaian to play for and coach Ghana at a World Cup. Left after that, but back again as of last year. Bali under no pressure, looking long again. He's got the height of Dessert to aim at. Nalimi, who is on the physical side too, but his foul again there, just a bit too eager. Sidikou Elimi, another one of the Remo Stars brigade on debut here. And Abdul Samid caught again. Is that on the same ankle he was holding earlier? No, he's smiling. Can't be too bad. He's so eager to get the tackles in at the moment here that you're seeing a fair few little fouls like that. Mensah was already on his bike then, looking for an early delivery. Nessel back to Asare. Now, Poku couldn't go for that, but Bar Bonsu could. Abdul Samid, Ambrosius, and Stuart Atwell. Just having a word with Jordan Ayew there. That whistle's been busy 11 minutes in. Shot on the foot of Onyeka. Meanwhile, Mensah now defending again, and that's a foul on him by Dessert. Everyone mistiming their challenges so far here tonight. Cyril Dessert implying a dive and says every time to Stuart Atwell, but it looked like he caught him just there. Nothing divey about that, to be honest. Cyril Dessert getting a rare opportunity to start tonight. Couple of goals in his 6 caps. Scored against Ghana last year, actually. He's just scored 29 times across the various competitions for Rangers in Glasgow for the season just gone. Another foul, this time by Ashimeru on Wilfred Ndidi. Jai, that's a tantalising ball down the channel, and this time, having been fouled, Dessert will get the free kick the way he wants it. Physical forward down the channels. Maybe doesn't finish as many as, well, perhaps Glasgow Rangers fans would hope, but got better as the season went on for sure, following a bit of criticism earlier on in it, losing his place at times. Eric Shell just been telling Chukwueze and Onyemaichi what he wanted out of this free kick, and that might be it. Oh, the flag's gone up. That wouldn't have counted even if it had gone in. Two or three of them, Dessert included. Ndidi. Only back into the debutant Igo Ugbu. Nice for him to have Semi Ajayi playing next to him. Both trying to get it forward pretty quickly, hence the high turnover, that and the high energy. Absolutely rattling at it here, and Ismaila has won it really well. Awkward cross here, Dessert! Nigeria lead! Cyril Dessert in front of the Super Eagles fans. And into the Super Eagles fans. Didn't he take it well? And a huge pat on the back for Sadiq Ismaila. Brilliant from the right back to make it happen. Nigeria 1, Ghana 0. Early hurly-burly at the G-Tech, and we've got a goal already. His team are behind. Dessert, the Nigerian hero. Just look at Sadiq Ismaila here, coming in to win it. One thought in his mind, get down there, get a yard of space. The slip from Razak Simpson is costly, and Dessert took advantage. Great work from Ismaila. And a very composed finish. Cyril Dessert, who scored against Ghana last year for his 2nd Nigerian goal, has done it again here for his 3rd. I don't think you'd say either goalkeeper's had any notable involvement yet. But Benjamin Asari's had to fish the ball out of his net. And here they come again. 3 on 3. Chukwueze trying to release the goal scorer Dessert. Nearly poked it through. And here is Ismaila again. The Nigerian Danny Alves, I saw somebody call him. Well, that was a bombing run in a similar fashion. Shell played international football for Mali. Has coached them before this. Only appointed in January. Slight upturn in World Cup qualification hopes, but they are in trouble in that. 6 nations in their group, they're 4th, Nigeria, and only top is guaranteed through, and the 4 best runners-up have a shot at it. Well, they're 4th, and with 4 games to go, 2 of them are against the top 2. So it is odds against that Nigeria will be at the big show on the other side of the Atlantic next summer. Odds on that Ghana will be their top of their group with a few to play. That all gets going again for both in September of this year. Here's Chukwueze. Mamudu did well, important toe in. And that is absolutely brilliant there from Ashimeru. And he's still going. Was the ball won? Yes, it was. Stuart Atwell had a great view of it. It's a super run from Ashimeru. Nigeria just managing to close ranks as much by luck as judgment, I think they're throwing in the challenges. They're super committed in the tackle so far here tonight. Hugo Ogbu, Slavia Prague, regular for them. Played in European competition this term. Were very unlucky, actually, not to play in the Champions League. They lost a playoff and should have won it against Lille, who went on to do so well. That's a blatant foul. Chukwueze upended Gideon Mensah with a pretty cynical challenge. Slightly surprised, given the volume of fouls, that Stuart Atwell hasn't got his card out for that one, just to try and maybe calm things down. Past Essel, that is pretty late. This is the one they wanted the free kick for. That is some challenge coming in there. Ball and man taken, but it was an impressive run from Majid Ashimeru of Anderlecht. What a busy night for Stuart Atwell. This one a far easier call to make. Nigerian free kick. Chukwueze delivers, and he delivers well. Glancing head on in, it's crept all the way in. It's 2-0. Semi Ajayi with the killer touch. And once again, a brilliant ball in from the right. The Nigerian fans in dreamland here, not even 20 minutes played in this Unity Cup semi-final as the inquest begin for Ghana. Their inexperienced side has been undone twice here. Ghana need to sort themselves out quickly here. Otto Addo is almost on the pitch trying to get word across, but this is a super ball in from Chukwueze. There's the header from Semi Ajayi from a good 11 yards out, and it's only a glancing blow, but there's enough on it right at the corner. I think it took a touch off a Ghanaian defender. It might have been Simpson. It was Razak Simpson, who has had a tough start to his 6th cap. Ajayi's header may well have been going on target, to be honest, at the other corner. Whether it goes down as Ajayi's goal or an own goal, what's beyond dispute is that Nigeria have had a cracking start here. And here we go. I did suggest pre-kickoff that there wouldn't be much unity involved in this game. These two countries are proper rivals at the top end of African football, and young Essel is down here. And Otto Addo needs to sort out his team quickly. That foul from Gideon Mensah, a costly one. I'm thinking Stuart Atwell might have been hoping for something a little more friendly tonight. It certainly hasn't gone that way for him. from Onyeka and Mensah, both getting a talking to here. Trying to pinch it in through the middle, and Mensah with a little kick out there. If anything, he's the more guilty party with the retribution, and he is. Dessert, good pass that from Alimi. Ambrosius standing firm, but Dessert still there. Tail up. Clever little reverse ball too, but Mensah's there to tidy up. Well, they've won it back. They could be in again here. Close enough to Benjamin Asari to try and just calm things down at the back here, as might potential injury stoppage here. All smiles for Nigeria, that's for sure. Super start for the Super Eagles. Let's see if young Nessel is okay. Doesn't look it, does he? Madarini Mamudu, another one of the 4 call-ups of home-based players in Ghanaian domestic football, plays for Medeyama. Looks like that caution went to him, but speaking of youngsters, Aaron Essel, who's had a very busy debut here, will be worried that it might be curtailed by injury midway through the first half of it. Problems for Otto Addo. Appointed assistant coach 4 years ago, Otto Addo, first time around. Might have been a dissenting voice that has got Mamudu in trouble here. As Otto Addo took the interim job into a World Cup playoff against Nigeria, which he won. A 15-year club career spent entirely in Germany. Defender to whom he's given an international bow tonight is coming off, but in a way that suggests he may well come back on again. Tough start for an inexperienced back line. Nigeria winners of the inaugural Unity Cup. That was back in 2002, just down the road from here. 23 years on, wearing the armband, is Wilfred Ndidi. Abdul Samid has also talked himself into the book, although Ghana have the free kick here. What a busy start this has been. Ayew delivers. Abdul Samid. Ambrosius, the centre-back, out there on the right wing. A fish out of water. Well, they were asking for cards, and that in itself is a bookable offence. Salis Abdul Samid falling foul of that as Wabali gathers. Don't take your eyes off this one. Onyeka striding forward and riding the challenges. The Brentford player back home in a certain since Chukwueze of Milan. Well, we've got their main experienced midfielder, Abdul Samid, booked. Mahmoudou booked. Essel may be injured, and Gideon Mensah, the most experienced player on the ball here in their back line, treading a very thin line, could have been cautioned already. In danger of really losing their discipline here, Ghana. That's nicely done by Essel, who seems to be okay. Well, they've sent them out there in energetic fashion. There's another loose pass given away cheaply. I thought the lob was on for a minute, and then Daniel went for it, by which time Asari had backtracked just in time. This is chaotic, and I'm not sure if Essel is going to be able to continue here. What was that from Asari? And Abdul Samid, having been booked, couldn't really go in for that challenge, and Papa Daniel going for it. Essel clearly struggling after a bit of treatment a while ago, and I don't think he's going to be able to continue here. Otto Addo, who is not looking best pleased, it's going to be change here. It's been a very short-lived debut. Otto Addo with plenty to say to the fourth official as well. For confirmation of that change then. The stricken Aaron Essel will never forget his debut. Plenty happened in it, but he looks in a lot of pain there. Looks like he's not going straight down the tunnel, but can't continue. Ebenezer Annan plays in Belgrade for Crvena Zvezda, his replacement here. Oh, what is going on back here? Great effort from Barbonsu, and Nwabali makes up for a completely unforced error. Not really sure that it's Wilfred Ndidi's fault. Nwabali here, under pressure, made a complete mess of it, and Barbonsu nearly had a debut goal. Just couldn't quite curl it over the rather fortunate and bailed out Stanley Nwabali. It's a corner. Just in case you can't keep up, in it comes. It's coming back in as well. Well, it should have done, but Barbonsu has made a right old mess of that. Fabulously entertaining half an hour here. Comes Daniel. He's got a good stride about him and a swagger that suggests he's quite happy in the international scene, this being his debut. Let's see what Nwabali does here for entertainment. Look at these two go. Not quite sure what the pre-match plan was, or what it might have changed to now that it's 2-0 Nigeria, but this is frantic. I'd imagine that was the intention. What a brilliant touch from Dessert into Alimi, and Dessert again, Alimi again. On target, but simple stuff for Asare. Fifth cap for the keeper who plays for Hearts of Oak in Ghana. He's already seen the ball go past him twice, despite not really having to make a save of any note. Well, his team in front, but not exactly looking that secure. And on the subject of hanging on to a 2-goal lead, well, Jamaica had a 2-goal lead last night, saw that disappear. Ajayi back to Mwabali here, under pressure as Ghana obviously have to squeeze a little harder now when they can. And Dessert just easing Ambrosius out of it there. Nice gentle end of season, that was what Stuart Atwell was probably thinking. Not a bit of it. He's a big physical striker, Cyril Dessert, and he wasn't going to get away with that one. That's a great delivery. Mamudu got the flick on it, just behind Ambrosius. Chukwueze couldn't quite keep hold of it. Flag up over there, though. Mensah, who's gone central now. Ayew, tons of space out there. Mamudu in it. Barbonsu's been full of beans on his debut. And that one has gone Ghana's way. Throw or a free kick? Papa Daniel pleading his innocence. Well, he really waited for the contact then, didn't he? That is on the soft side, I think you'd have to say. Pushing and shoving in the box, and Ayew to deliver. Barbonsu, back to Ayew. Debutant to a centurion in terms of caps. Alimi blocks the first cross. Calmly done by Ayew. Oh, Mensah got away with his slip. Ashimeru releasing. Mamudu here. Just a fourth cap for him tonight. Big switch coming the other way to the substitute, Annan. Got it back here. He's gone in at left back with Mensah going from left back to centre back, and now Abdul Samad trying to feed it through. That wasn't his intended destination, but it still nearly worked. And breathe. Another free kick. Captain on captain. Ayew fell by Ndidi. They keep giving them set pieces. You feel like Ghana will make one of them count eventually. Jordan Ayew certainly getting the practice in. Ayew, far post delivery, really good. And he'll go again from the corner quadrant here as he tries to whip up the Ghanaian fans behind that goal. Good defensive header, that. Leamy back there with it. Anything less solid than that contact could have been an own goal at that end. Same targets for Jordan Ayew here. That's worth a hit. Or maybe not. Ashimeru scuffed it with the underside of his boot. Mensah last man back. Oh dear. Completely overhit that. Well, they're enjoying it. Ball hacked out of play. They're enjoying it rather less. Both teams will be playing again here on Saturday. At the moment, it's going to be Nigeria taking on Jamaica for the Unity Cup. Sadiq Ismaila to Semi Ajayi. Dessert in the middle, that's way beyond him. The curious thing is, Benjamin Asari has had a very gentle game, apart from one problem of his own making. But the ball's gone past him twice. Easy catches otherwise. Oh dear, once again, almost their worst enemy. Clash of Ambrosius and Asare there, but there was a late challenge. Stuart Atwell is having a word with Wilfred Ndidi. He's saying, I really don't want to be sending players off here. Chukwueze down, having earned that free kick. Here's why. It was effectively a back pass. In fairness, it's fairly won, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure what that was between centre-back and goalkeeper, but a right old mess. Indicative of the game in the best possible way. It's been fairly chaotic and a lot of fun. Not really a game for defences, though. Razak Simpson, forward, lovely layoff. Really good that from Opoku. And here is Opoku again. Well defended by Ajayi, bringing some calming presence back. I mean, he may well have got the ball, but I think he half went through the player to get it. And in fairness, Kwame Opoku didn't make that big a meal of it. We have seen some chunky challenges here tonight. I told you this is a pretty fierce rivalry.
What we found with Google is that
let's go again. So we'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned. Stay tuned. Solo board.
His opening goal feels like a long time ago. Papa Daniel. First bit of calm
Okay, so
possession.
welcome back to Pipa Media.
Love it, save it. Buy it later on the Amazon app. Download the app.
Clearance from him. Tough half, really tough half for Simpson. And unwittingly he's given away another corner here. Eric Shell and his team have a chance to pinch a third before the interval here. Out by Ambrosius. Should be coming back though, Chukwueze, if he's quick enough. Can he get it in there? Good work from Chukwueze. Oh, lovely dummy! Brilliant save and off the line! Action right to the end of this fantastic first half. Nigeria inches away from a 3-0 half-time lead. That was superb. And there is the half-time whistle. What a half of football that was. Substitute Ebenezer Annan on the goal line. Wilfred Ndidi, what a lovely drop of the shoulder that was. And Annan would have had another own goal for Ghana, but then he cleared it. Before that, Bedlam, kicked off by Cyril Desser's opening goal for Nigeria. Excellently taken, I have to say. Team huddles before the team talks. And wearing 4 there at the back of that group, Razak Simpson with the own goal that made it 2-0. They nearly had another via Ambrosius. Ghana have had their chances. That was one heck of a half of football. Fantastic entertainment. Stuart Atwell, like the rest of us, going for a lie down. Nigeria have a 2-goal lead to preserve, and Ghana have a comeback to try and effect. To be honest, the way this game's gone, you would not bet against it. We had a big comeback last night in the first Unity Cup semi-final. Thanks to Benjamin Asari, it is still only 2-0 to Nigeria here. That is the half-time scoreline. Fabulous entertainment at Brentford's G-Tech Stadium. This Unity Cup semi-final at half-time is Nigeria 2, Ghana 0, and I can't wait for the second half.
Game, especially in the second 45, if they have to come back stronger. Are you making money out there? Okay, if you are making the money, I am glad that you are, because I've got money to give away. I've got phones to give away. I've got branded tops and baseball caps to give away. *426 *8#. Let's do a very quick break. When we come back, the chat continues right here in the studio.
Doctor,
All right, welcome back into the studios here in the nation's capital, Accra. And of course, it's been a tough encounter for the senior national team, the Black Stars. The Nigerians are running amok. Things seem to be working for them. Not the same for the Black Stars. It's been a very, very edgy start for them. 2 goals on the back of the net, one scored by Cyril Dessers, the other by Razak Simpson. It's been recorded as an own goal. The second half. Obviously, it's going to put pressure on the Black Stars for the next 45 minutes. Fortunately, I've got 2 coaches in the studio, Coach Richard and, of course, Reggae, and I'll leave a lot of the talking to them to tell us how they saw the first 45 minutes and probably take a sneak preview into what they expect in the second half. I'll start with you, Coach Richard. Everything seems to be gliding nicely for the Nigerians. There seems to be a lot of telepathy. They're keeping the ball to themselves. They're opening the game, catching the Ghanaians on the fast break. Was this the kind of first half you expected?
Yes, there was a very kind of first half I was expecting. Like I told you guys before we started that the first 10-15 minutes will determine my result. And going by what I just observed during the first 5 minutes, you can see how the Nigeria was trying to calm the game down, playing to their own rhythm. They know the Ghanaians are very fast, quick. Yeah. So they play to the slow-paced rhythm. 1, 2 touches, 1, 2 touches, 1, 2 touches. So that was how you can see we were able to get the first goal and also able to capitalize on the inexperience of Razak Simpson. You can see from that as well. So it was what I expected, and I believe going forward to the second half, they have to do more. They have to do more of that, and then not go to sleep. We watched the game yesterday from 2 goals that Trinidad and Tobago came in, and then they also had their 2-2. So they must not go to sleep. They have to keep up their fight, especially in the midfield department. I can see they were bullying Salis and Ashimiru. They were just bullying them. So they should just keep it up. It's a good one. Good one for them. Yes.
The Nigerians are looking good in the first 45 minutes. The fans were there, or the fans are there at the stadium, and they're giving them every support that they can. But Coach Reggae, you made mention in just before the game started that we also need to look out for which of the 2 teams would have a very good day. Football has good days and bad days for individual in terms of the players, etc. But standing in the shoes or fitting in the shoes of Coach Otuado and per what you've seen in the first half, where do you think the Black Stars fell short, and how do we get them back on track?
In the first place, I'll say the selection. Maybe probably you're going to play a tough game like a derby match with Nigeria. Start your best 11.
Yeah.
It's a friendly game. You're entitled to change as many as you want.
Okay.
So you give the guys, the senior guys, the start, so that the young ones you want to introduce, they will come in as subs, so that they also pick up. Now you can testify that Razak Simpson is struggling now. The back 2. I mean, the back 2 is not...
It's not working.
It's not working. So it's giving the goalkeeper a headache. So any attack or any Western is a problem.
Sure.
You can testify that after first 10 minutes, Ghana was dominating. After that, there is no rhythm of telepathy. There is no good play. We can't even construct 3-4 balls. And then the Nigerians too are using their normal advantage, the physique. And they are really playing a counter-pressing game. They just want to bury as many as, and it's really working for them.
All right. Before we get back onto the page for the second half, let's take a quick recap of the goals that were scored again, and that would buttress the point that you made. So Ghana dominated up to a while. Yeah. It was good enough for them until the Nigerians picked up the pieces and then started stringing the passes together. They got one breakthrough, especially down that right. The cross came through. Player was unmarked, straight into the net. Who do we blame?
We blame the centre back. Because when you get to
position?
That's right. When you get to a certain level, it becomes 1v1.
Okay.
Where was your striker? Where was your defender? Your positioning. Because sometimes it's the ball and then the man.
Sure.
The ball, your eyes will be on the ball at the same time.
Okay.
So you can see a good cross, a teasing cross.
All right. So that was the first goal Ghana conceded, and then again there was a second goal that came in where unfortunately Razak Simpson's last touch made it an own goal against Ghana. Here again.
This is where the Nigerians believed in their set pieces. Because when it comes to they are more taller, their attackers and everything are taller than our defenders. So they capitalize on
advantage.
And then it resulted in a goal there.
Okay, well, we are getting back onto the field for the second 45 minutes. I'm only hoping that, issues would have been sorted out in the dressing room. Let's take a look at how the Ghanaians can claw back some pride. Yesterday, we saw TNT do it against Jamaica. It's now the turn of Ghana. It's the second half of this game, and second half will start with a 2-0 advantage for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We'll join you again at full time.
That's the end he'll be defending in this second half. And away we go, praying that the second half is even half as good as the first was. The possession's already been turned over. Dessert nicely done. Mensah winning it, still flying into the challenges, and this right here, the first touch in international football for Urenki, and it was almost a disastrous one. 19-year-old on debut for Ghana. He's just had a breakthrough season in Denmark for Nordsjælland. Caleb Urenki, and he's come on in the right wing-back role that Mamudu was fulfilling after the little reshuffle in that first half. Another player making way was Kwame Opoku, who managed somehow to have a fairly quiet half, while all around him was rather eventful. So Opoku off, and his place taken by Thomas Asante up there. He seems to be taking on the same central role, and he's interested here. And here he is, right on cue. He gets his shot away and wins the corner for Ghana. Not shy in shooting off the debutant defender Ogbu. And he's lurking closest to that Nigerian net, Thomas Asante. Corner is a deep one, and it's too deep. Another hit. Well, he cut a frustrated figure in that first half. Now made 3 changes. Thomas Asante again running the channel. Strong defending from Ogbu, but Thomas Asante just nipped in round the side. Doesn't matter now. Ndidi quickly surrounded. Calmly done. Jari out to Ismaila and back again. Semi Ajayi here, who will not get the credit for what would be his second goal in his 42nd cap. Even in his first half cameo, substitute Ebenezer Annan there. Almost scored an own goal and then cleared it off the line himself. Just a reminder, in case you missed it last night, super game here. With Jamaica coming through by the odd goal in 5 in stoppage time. If it is level at 90 minutes, it's straight to penalties. So Jamaica awaiting in the game that will decide who lifts the Unity Cup, and at the moment it looks like Nigeria, but we shall see. Could be set for further lift-off if Ghana get the next goal in this game. They are attacking the Nigerian fans' end, and vice versa in the second half. Mensah. Forward for Ayew to chase. Ajari will beat him to it. Semi Ajayi there has a new international coach there in Eric Schell, and the new club coach at West Bromwich Albion soon enough. He's without all sorts of quality players, in fairness. Solarena, say Samuel, Deli Bashiru, Onyedinka, Boniface, various reasons. Osimhen, Lookman, Iwobi. Reminds you, when you look at the absentee list for Nigeria, and they've still got top players out there, just how many good players they do have. Awonyi, Mofi, Onuachu, Aribo, Calvin Bassey, for various reasons. A whole team and more of top-level players. Still winning 2-0 and still with plenty of quality out there. Nicely done by Barbonsu. And a firm but fair challenge coming in. Wilfred Ndidi timed it well. They're keeping their powder dry here. Wait for it. 6 of them in that D for Ghana, and they come and attack now. That was the plan anyway. Up from Barbonsu, Abdul Samid, and then easy pickings for Nwabali. Plays for Chippa United in South Africa, Stanley Nwabali, and even though he hasn't had too much to do tonight, he's been a big part of the entertainment. Otto Addo has won 9 of the 27 across his 2 spells as national team coach. Played in 2 World Cups himself. Ambrosius down here. The latest in a long line of free kicks tonight. Nice layoff here. Yellow card. Onyemaichi upending the newly arrived Caleb Urenke, and you saw a little bit of that there of what Ghanaian fans are getting excited about. There's the challenge. They're excited about Caleb Urenke. Onyemaichi makes it 2-2 in cards. Offside, Urenke, but already showing the attacking intent, coming from wing back, as he is in this. Become a regular for Nordsjælland, scored a couple of goals for them in the Danish league. And regardless of scoreline tonight, a proud moment to be given his international bow by Otto Addo. Here's Dessert looking for the far corner and the spectacular, and finding the Ghanaian fans instead. It was Ego Ogbu who actually received the card. The trick that came after was not the challenge that brought it. That hand off there rather than the trip that followed. That's what the yellow card was out for. Thomas Asante is in there. That's a little beyond him. Steadily headed back there by Bruno Onyemaichi. Nicely done by Ndidi. Nice little change of direction with a shoulder feint. Awkward bounce. One back well. Daniel trying to poke it forward for a run that never really came. You see what he was trying, but Alimi hadn't quite read the script. Bruno Onyemaichi, not the one cautioned. It was the debutant Igo Ugbo. He better behave himself. Look at the run of Urenki again. It's the right wing back going in the channel as a forward. Cheap shot from Christopher Barbonsu. One of several Belgian-based players in the Ghana squad. He plays for Genk. Just too eager. You can't even try and do that now. You're never going to get away with it. Here's Onyemaichi. I haven't seen him getting up that much from left back in this game. Urenki with a more sure-footed back pass that time. Asari into Mensah, playing out from the back. Has felt like a dicey game all night long. That's good from Ayew. Just a slip at the worst possible time from Christopher Barbonsu there. Well, under pressure, but very tidily done by Ajayi and Ogbunko. And look what it's turned into, or should I say, what it should have turned into. And he was just too keen there. Papadaniel. Dessert. Alimi. Well defended by Urenki. Salis Abdel-Samid there. May be interested to learn that his club coach, Will Still, has been officially announced as Southampton boss now. So Lens will have a new coach, so maybe Salis Abdel-Samid will have a chance to get back in there, having been loaned out. Thomas Asante dropping deep. Mensah to Ayew. Thomas Asante again, nicely done. Just enough on that to get back to Nwabali, but not the greatest clearance from him under a bit of pressure, in fairness. Abdel-Samid. Look at Barbonsu fighting there. Didn't he do well to keep it in, and legally too, against Onyemaichi. Barbonsu! He wants a debut goal. He's very direct. He is full of vigour and hard running. He needed some finish from that angle, but even so, he's a second favourite here. And look at the desire here. Nothing wrong with that challenge. having got there, wonder if there was a better option than the one he took, but having done that hard work, why not? If it flies in the corner, no problem. Speaking of which, at the other end, this is Dessert. Good strength. Triple change coming from Nigeria shortly, but not before this latest Ghanaian attack. Need a good cross. Thomas Asante in the middle, just beyond him. Urenki. And Urenki again. Two in the middle. Into Ayew. And indeed he calmly shepherds it out. Mensah. Eric Shell readying free down there. And what players they are, more on them in a minute. Ghana looking to halve the problems here. Well, listen to the crowd here. Both sets of fans going for it, but the Nigerian supporters are going to be really pleased to see three regular names coming here. Chukwueze will make way. We're going to see three super experienced Super Eagles coming on here. Papadaniel coming off as well. Moses Simon coming on, Kelechi Iheanacho and Ahmed Musa there, the captain, or at least he usually is. 110 caps. And listen to the reception. Kelechi Iheanacho looking for goal number 15 for the Super Eagles. And indeed, Ahmed Musa does take the armband. Thick end of 250 caps between the three men who've just come on for Nigeria. Just being played around here though. Jordan Ayew. And again Ayew, strong tackle, but a fair one by Ajari. Free kick. Cyril Dessert here. Just receiving in there. Ambrosius Saint-Gallen in Switzerland. A little too physical, and what has been quite a scrap actually between those two. Half an hour to go. Simon picked up the left side that Alimi was on. Into Iheanacho and back again. Nicely done, but well defended by Urenki. Listen to the roar from the Ghanaian fans. I tell you what, in 15 minutes of his debut here, he's really looked the part, Caleb Urenki. No wonder they're excited about him. Barbonsu with the give and go, and he's quick enough to get there, needs a good ball, and he's found one. Not a lot of room in there. Still nearly made it happen though, didn't he? Good effort from Brandon Thomas Asante. What a fantastic first goal for his country that would have been, and nearly was. Barbonsu making things happen. Sharp pass. Sharp turn too, and shot from Brandon Thomas Asante. That would have livened up an already lively game. Scored a corner instead. Jordan Ayew delivers it very deep, but they're queuing up round the back and they're getting in each other's way. Urenki still going for everything. Mubali going long. Well, that's worked out all right. Free hit for Cyril Dessers. Simon moves it on to Iheanacho. Just caught Barbonsu there. And because he didn't go down, he probably didn't get the call. Probably should have been a free kick. And that is why players go down. Simon under pressure and dispossessed. Nigeria have actually got 3 games in this international window. This is the first of them. Obviously they'll be playing here on Saturday, probably as things stand against Jamaica. They're also off to Moscow for a friendly. Both these nations have the usual September-October double-headers for World Cup qualification. Ghana in a good position, Nigeria in a perilous one, but that is not the way of it tonight. Not so far, anyway. Urenki. Simon wins it. Musa taking over. Oh, he's done very well there. Iheanacho! Flag is up, it's not going to count. Really nicely taken goal from a proven poacher. He's asking, was it me? Yes, it was. Good decision. It was good work by Musa and for Dessers to have left it for him clever. And Iheanacho thought he had his 15th goal. For about 3 seconds he did. 56 caps now for Kelechi Iheanacho, but my goodness, there is a lot of competition up front for Nigeria when everyone's fit. Mensah. Ambrosius. That's a good ball and a great run. 3 in the middle. What a goal that is on the counter. And it's a first for Ghana, not only tonight, but for Brandon Thomas Asante. Brilliantly taken. Game on. It was never likely to stay at 2-0 this game. Ghana's problems are halved. Really well made. That is a super run, a great pick out, and a finish to match. Credit to all three of the Ghanaians who made it happen. And a wonderful moment for Brandon Thomas Asante. It's only his third cap. He'll never forget that, though. His first goal for the Black Stars, and it's a big one. In a grudge match against Nigeria, they are in this contest again, big time. 20 minutes to play. Now then, Misheru, Barbonsu, and still Urenki here. He's only had positive thoughts. It's the first conservative thing he's done since coming on. Lovely interchange here. Suddenly it's Ghana playing all the football and Nigeria clinging on. Barbonsu. Too much on that, but it's turned out okay, is it, for Abdul Samid, away by Ismaila. Listen to the Ghana fans here. Everything underneath me and to my left here and opposite. This corner of West London might as well be Accra. Brilliant atmosphere for a brilliant game of football. The Unity Cup so far has entertained richly on both nights. Shame there's only 20 minutes to play, really. Both will be in action here on Saturday, of course. But in which game? Simon just thought he was getting through. Abdul Samid. Ayew dropping deep. Nicely worked. Here's Barbonsu again. And still. Gideon Mensah. Out to Annan. Nigeria have been rattled out of their composure here. Not exactly overflowing with it to begin with, but definitely wind in sails for Ghana here. They fancy this, and you wouldn't bet against the score of the next goal being them. On we go. Musa. Looking for it, and belatedly getting it. That is not a popular decision in front of the Ghanaian fans. Razak Simpson with a wry smile. They still haven't made that change, you know, Nigeria. He's been waiting down there, Ifeanyi, for a long time for his debut. Just keeping warm on the touchline as Kelechi Iheanacho prepares to deliver. He was a fraction away from making it 3-0, and he has boomed that miles over the top. Still in play, though. And you know what? They'll stay in there. Attack still alive for now. Annan, did he keep it in? Not quite. But he has had plenty of action since coming on in that first half. Ebenezer Annan. Ghana ball, and they've taken it quickly. Here's Urenki to Barbonsu. Two debutants here who've absolutely loved tonight. One from the start and one as a sub. Barbonsu, oh what a ball! And what a chance for 2-2 at the far stick for the skipper. Jordan Ayew on the slide, and he couldn't quite get there. We have seen some deliveries tonight though. The assists have been brilliant. It was a tough angle. He was well beyond that far post, but even so, just couldn't steer it goalwards. They all thought it was in. 30 goals for his country, 4th all-time, still 21 behind the great Asamoah Gyan. Jordan Ayew, what a chance there, and this would have been all square. It's tempting to say that maybe 10 years ago he'd have got there. And maybe that's harsh, but they have all been entertained here tonight. And we've still got 15 minutes or so to go here. Now Sadiq Ismaila is down. Ifeanyi's been waiting to come on for Eric Shell for about 15 minutes. It is certainly a shove from Jordan Ayew, isn't it? There is Ifeanyi Onyebuchi. A good 10, maybe 15 minutes waiting for his debut. When you've never played for your country before, probably feel a bit daft just stood there. Desperate to get on and get a touch of the ball, that heart will be thumping for sure. Bowled out for Onyemaichi. It's actually going to be a double change after all that for Nigeria shortly. Isaac Saviour and Ifeanyi Onyebuchi coming soon. Dessert. Good physical work from him. Great take from Ashimeru. Really good from the box-to-box midfielder. Barbonsu got a bit excited with the layoff. Ayew has somehow kept possession for Ghana here. That's great work. And Urenki is on, and Ayew has found him. Ashimeru waited too long. Counter-attack on. Otto Addo asking how that could have happened. That's a foul, but advantage will be played. Iheanacho, there's a ball in behind, it's brilliant from Iheanacho. Dessert, was he bumped? Stuart Atwell says no. Had to take the chance, I think, Ambrosius. Ayew, could have been 2-2, could have been 3-1, still could be anything. Great game of football, this second semi-final. Turnover again. Ndidi. Now he's lost it, and he's told to get up. Waiting for ages to make one change, then waiting a while to make two, Nigeria. And I think they might be looking for a shirt, actually, for one of them. Urenki. Onyeka, who's had a busy return to Brentford. Frank Onyeka, and he's won his side a free kick there. Second half of the season spent on loan, or rather the whole season spent on loan at Augsburg. Is he going to be replaced here? Let's have a look. And, changes coming from the Ghanaian bench too, but Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, who's been stood there for genuinely 15 minutes waiting to come on for his debut, is Gunu. And we have an impromptu team talk here with 10 minutes to play, a bit of a timeout. I mean, who knows what's going on down there, but I'm pretty sure that Ifeanyi's going to get his debut now, to be followed by another debutant in Collins Uguezi. Who for? We're about to find out. Well, who's coming back for the final at 5 o'clock on Saturday? Who's coming back for the earlier game? I'm sure they've all bought their tickets. And we'll swap if necessary. The third place playoff that will be against Trinidad and Tobago is the early kick-off here. 9 minutes and plenty of stoppage time to go. And here we go with those changes. After a very long wait, we are first going to see Collins Uguezi, who's going to replace Frank Onyeka. Interesting to see what his future holds and whether it'll be on this pitch next season for Brentford. Frank Onyeka had to go to Germany for regular football last term, and there Ifeanyi Onyebuchi of Enugu Rangers for his debut. Confirmation there, it was Seni Ajayi who made way. There he is, back in the fold, having missed out on the last squad. We're also going to see Abu Francis of Cercle Bruges here to replace Ashimeru, who's already gone off. Just confirmation of it there, straight swap in central midfield. Abu Francis on for his 5th cap. Well, it deserves a penalty shootout, this game. Why not? It's had everything else. Ghana have to score in the next, well, probably 12 minutes, something like that. Rare, quiet moment after that extended break in play. Little layoff from Ayew. And the first touch for Ifeanyi. Brocious forward. Gideon Mensah's playing in his 5th different position in this match. He's on the right-ish of the Ghanaian midfield now. Strong run here from Ayew. What a chance he had for 2-2. Will he get another, or can he make another? Corner. After a couple of big deep breaths, Jordan Ayew is going to take it. Well, it's a good-looking corner, and it's Caleb Jurenki with the header. A 19-year-old who's had such an impressive debut. You want to make an impact off the bench as a substitute, especially an international debutant. I think it's fair to say Caleb Jurenki has done that. Pure desire got him there, just needed a more glancing blow. I don't think that Nwabali would have been stopping that. Here he is again, Jurenki, in theory a right back in this team, but he hasn't played like it since his introduction. Here's Annan, who did so well to set up that Thomas Asante goal, but has turned this one back into a contest. Nigeria just trying to hold on for a few more minutes. Here he is again, Annan. Nicely done. Ayew onside. Trying to find some room, now trying to find a teammate. Jurenki's there again, another climbing header, and again it's over the top from the teenager. He has really caught the eye. The veteran of the squad picking out the baby of the squad here. That would have been lift-off for the Ghanaian fans who've just gone a little quiet, having been bouncing all night long. Everything about his cameo has been full of good things. Caleb Jurenki. All action. 40 minutes. Well, Ayew does not have the pace to get on the end of that. It's a good job for Nigeria that Ifeanyi did. Annan with the throw. To Abdul Samid and back again. Mensah with the cross. High boot from Jordan Ayew. And the pressure relief for Nigeria as we hit the final 2 minutes of normal time. One really big chance and two half chances since making it 2-1 Ghana. Will they get another? The length of added time may dictate that. Here's Jurenki again. Went for the early layoff. Nice. Thomas Asante with the cutback. Here's Abu Francis. Now Ayew. Oh, beautifully done for Francis. Oh, what a stop that is. Maybe a game-winning stop from Stanley Nwabali, who hasn't had that many saves to make in this game, but that one is brilliant. And Abu Francis so nearly had his first goal for Ghana, and what a goal it would have been. A last-minute equaliser against the fierce rivals Nigeria that would have surely taken us to penalties. Look at that from Ayew. The finish is clever too, but the goalkeeping is excellent. He's a big fella. He got down sharp here. Look at Otto Addo there. So close, and yet so far. 4 added minutes. I'm surprised it's only that. And Mohamed Husseini is about to come on for a debut as we go into the first of those, and Ghana have a free kick. Well, this may be it. He so nearly teed up the equaliser a minute ago, Jordan Ayew, and he so nearly scored one about 15 minutes prior. He and the almost as experienced Salih Abdel-Samid in discussion.
المال لا يسقط من السماء، عليك التركيز والعمل من أجله، لكننا نعيش في وقت
Won't all get added back on. There's a line in the sand there, and Ebenezer Annan is not allowed any further across than that. Big moment for a big goal. Played short. My goodness, they've made an absolute mess of that, and Stuart Atwell's got in the way of the Nigerian counter. He's saying, what could I do? I feel like Cyriel Dessert could have avoided him, but anyway. Urenki. Why didn't they just put the ball in there? Jordan Ayew. What on earth was that? 2 added minutes to go, although, to be honest, there should be another one beyond that. That's a nice touch. Barbonsu here. That's a foul. No, it's not. Stuart Atwell says no. Stuart Atwell says goal kick. And that change will be made now. Barbonsu is going to be replaced by Mohamed Husseini. But look at this free kick here. A free chance to put the ball in the box for Ghana. And that. And then Dessert in the way. Well, Otto Addo, I should think, fuming at the free kick, and Eric Shell and his team, they're fuming at the officials. I'm not really sure what Stuart Atwell could have done. Well, is Mohamed Husseini going to come on? Is he going to be allowed to? Yes, so Barbonsu is off. There he is behind the goal. And on comes Mohamed Husseini, another debutant. Just had his breakthrough season in Belgium for Union Saint-Gilloise. Technically, 1 minute of added time to go, but that is a minimum, and I suspect it'll be more like 2. Nigeria nearly there. They haven't exactly seen it out cleanly, but maybe they can see it out now. That is going to be a free kick. And they can kill some minutes and kill the game here. That might be it, I'm afraid, for Ghana. Now, Salih Al-Samid has already been booked, and I tell you what, if this wasn't the 94th minute, in what is technically a friendly, I am certain Stuart Atwell would have had the second yellow card out for that. Nigerian fans getting ready to celebrate. More than just your average friendly victory, this, I think. They are making great noise again. Can they hold out? And how much additional time on top of additional time are we going to get here? That's a lovely pass. And that's worth a hit. Maybe he got a little bit too excited. Mohamed Husseini, he snatched at it early, the debutant. Imagine that for an introduction, as the final whistle goes. Cracking game of football. And Nigeria, who won the very first Unity Cup in 2002, down the road at Loftus Road, will have a chance to lift it again here at the G-Tech on Saturday when they take on Jamaica for the trophy. Wonderful game of football with so many chances at both ends. It was fast and it was frantic and it was thoroughly entertaining. And a huge crowd here at Brentford have thoroughly enjoyed it. But the Nigerian fans are the ones that are celebrating. We've seen experienced players, we've seen a lot of debutants, and we've seen a victory for the Super Eagles, who were 2 goals up through an own goal and a nicely taken opener by Desert. Brandon Thomas Asante halved the deficit with his first goal for Ghana. But it is the Super Eagles who have the wider smiles at full time here. After Desert with the opener, it was Razak Simpson with the own goal. In the first half, that was scarcely believable, the pace it was played at. Cracking entertainment. Individual excellence, a fair few mistakes, and a lot of noise. Eric Shell, the new coach, has got 2 wins and a draw so far since taking over Nigeria, and he will have a chance to win the Unity Cup because Nigeria have beaten Ghana here by 2 goals.
And the Nigerians have had a good one. It's been a match of 2 halves, if you ask me. The Nigerians played well in the first half. Ghanaians came back stronger in the second half. But can we say luck wasn't on the side of the Ghanaians, or would we want to say that, hey, this player didn't do this and this player didn't do that? But at the end of 90 minutes, they've sold a good game to the numerous fans who have gathered at the GT Stadium. So it's all ended in favor of the Nigerians. The Nigerians have run away with the win. A very, very landmark victory for the Super Eagles of the Nigerians. And there they will receive the applause from the fans. They put up a good game. They fought well. The Ghanaians, as I said, came back stronger. We'll take a look at where we fell short again in the second half. But at the end of it all, it's been sorted, done and dusted. And over the weekend, we will see the Black Stars in action again, this time against Trinidad and Tobago. What a game that would be. And then the Nigerians and the Jamaicans will also have to sort a few things out. The Jamaicans will come with their reggae music. The Nigerians will go with Eba, strong as always. And they will certainly declare their intent of gaining access to the trophy. It's been a good work done at the office. The Nigerian goalkeeper has been very, very positive in the game. Stanley Nwabali. He plays for Chippa United. What a game he's had. But this game has also unearthed a few quality players on the Ghanaian side. And my 2 guests will take a look at the quality that we've seen from some of them. But of course, the local import that made the trip also lived up to expectation. Razak Simpson